Good morning and welcome back to Lightning in the Pines. This is part number 2 of our Maine to Florida and back road trip, or potentially this is just the morning in part number 1. We'll see how long it all plays out. So if this is part number 2, thanks for tuning in again. If this is still part number 1, well, thanks for still watching. So we had a decent night, well, pretty terrible night's sleep actually. My daughter was pretty much like a backpack all night, and she just was on my back. So that was awesome. Slept really good. But we're ready to hit the road. We got 99% battery. We're heading to Charlotte. Says it'll be 11 hours and 38 minutes. We'll get there at 4:38 p.m. with 4 charging stops. It did say a little over 5 hours. It did say like just past 5 o'clock. But I changed the after charging. Hold on. So in Google Maps here, when you plug in your destination, it gives you this before you get ready to hit start. And if you click on after charging, you can set where you want to be your preferred arrival battery. It defaults to 30. I'm gonna do 20. Honestly, you probably could even do 10. You probably should be doing 10. People are probably gonna tell me do 10. But the first couple stops, at least, I'm just going to stick with 20 just to be sure everything's good and percentages, are accurate. And then you hit done and it will recalculate. So if I go here and I go to 30 and I hit done, it recalculates, gives me that. So I want to go here. We're going to go to 20. We're going to hit done. Okay. It doesn't change my charging much, I guess. I don't know. But either way, so we are ready to hit the road for a long day of driving. So let's go for a drive.
Head southeast. Take the exit on the right, then turn left onto the ramp.
right, our first charging stop for the day. We're here at an Electrify America in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. A nice little strip mall. Got a Popeyes, chicken, there's a Sheetz across the street. We were driving for 2 hours, 50 minutes, and we were getting 1.6 miles per kilowatt hour. We did about 170, 180 miles or so. We're ripping at 177 kilowatts. This one's like 58 cents. Kind of expensive, but whatever. Oh, 56 cents. All right, we're gonna run across the street. We're gonna go play Frogger over there, get to some Sheetz, and then come back. Google Maps didn't update saying that I'm here, so it's not like telling me how long to charge. But after we go to that Sheetz, we'll come back over. I'll mess around with it, cancel it out, and restart it, and then we'll be good. All right, we're getting ready to pull out here. I added up to 64%. I didn't even need to go that high. I only needed to go to 58, but I didn't realize that. We ran across the street. We faced death to go to the Sheetz. Hummer HV charging. We got up to 183 kilowatt hours for peak, which was pretty cool. So we're currently at 122, 64%. I'm gonna stop charging and we're gonna hit the road again. Next stop is Woodstock, Virginia, about an hour and a half away. On the road again. Here we go. There must be a lion being born somewhere. If you know, you know. Where my 90s kids at? We're leaving Pennsylvania, crossing into Maryland here now. Current check, we just left the charging station, so I'm still at 57%. 1.5 miles per kilowatt hour. We've only been driving for 15 minutes, and we got we've gone 15.7 miles. Our next charger is an hour and 10 minutes away, 79 miles, should get there around 9:40 at 20%. I think I might adjust for some of the other chargers and get there with a little less battery. We just had a driver-facing camera fault, so now Blue Cruise is not available, and we still got 10 hours of driving today. So maybe it'll come back, maybe not. Maybe when I shut the truck off again, it'll come back. So we'll see. Worst case, maybe I can do a quick little 12, well, we'll see. I don't really want to unload the front just to do a 12-volt reset. I'll do that when we get to the hotel tonight if I have to. But anyways, we're going to keep on rolling. We got another hour and 10 to go till our next charging stop, which is Woodstock, Virginia. Alright, well, we're just leaving Maryland, short little visit. Now we're crossing over into West Virginia, going over the Potomac River. Welcome to West Virginia, wild and wonderful. I've been to West Virginia once, just drove through it. I kind of liked it. Let's see, we're at 1.7 miles per kilowatt hour, 26 minutes. 27.7 miles. Temperature is currently 28 degrees. Again, we just did our Maryland check-in. We weren't in it very long, but now we're in West Virginia. So we're gonna cruise on through, maybe put on a little John Denver. And although I'm pretty sure that was about Western Virginia, not West Virginia, little song knowledge for you there. though I could be wrong, don't know, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. But anyways, we're gonna keep on rolling, baby. That was said by Limp Bizkit. Boom, there's another one. Into Virginia. Virginia is for lovers, and my lover just dumped the crayons everywhere as we were going over that bump. Way to go. All right, so just left West Virginia. We are at 1.6 miles per kilowatt hour, 47 minutes since we left, 53.1 miles. It is 42 degrees. We are at 39% battery, excuse me. We got about 38 minutes left to go till we get to our next charging spot. Blue Cruise is still not back, so that's irritating. But either way, we're gonna keep on rolling through Virginia. 38 minutes till our next charging spot.
Take the exit on the right.
Living up there, guys.
In 600 feet, turn left. Turn left, then
Jeez,
turn
Cracker Barrel's
left.
hopping for lunch.
Breakfast, honey.
Oh, breakfast, yeah. I guess it's just Cracker Barrel country, though.
I should have waited to hold off on my coffee and go to Starbucks.
No, we're not Starbucks people. We're Cracker Barrel people.
No, we're not Cracker
We're
Barrel.
Cracker Barrel
I
people.
am not a Cracker Barrel people.
I know you're not, but I'm a Cracker Barrel.
You are a Cracker Barrel. I'm a Cracker Barrel person.
Turn left.
Alright, so I'm here in Woodstock, Virginia at an Electrify America station. It's at a Walmart. Not a bad little spot. So I tried to be like a nice EV guy, okay? So I pull in and there's two 350 units and then two 150 units. There's nobody here. So I go to pull into a 350 unit. I'm like, you know what? I can't take all the 350. I'm just going to use the 150. My boost will be down a little bit, but I'll still probably get like 160 or something like that. But it'll be all right, because if somebody shows up, then they need it, whatever, then I kind of feel bad, right? So I says, I'm not going to do that. So I decide that I'm going to use the 150. So I plug into it, and I wait, and I get 42. I'm like, pulling 42 kilowatts. Like, that ain't gonna work. So I sat there for a couple minutes and I says, nope, we're not ramping. It's staying right at 41, 42, so I'm gonna move. So I spin around and I say, screw it. I try to be a nice guy. There's nobody here. I'm using the 350. So I pull in, plug into the 350. I get to like 99 and it stops for a minute. And then I'm like, this is gonna suck. But then it finally ramps back up and I get to about 132 is my peak. So, I mean, still fine. I'm still at 58%. I got to go to 70. But like 132 kilowatts, that is garbage. So definitely understand why people stay away from EAs. I've never had an issue with EAs, but this time, obviously, didn't do what it was supposed to do. Didn't give me even close to 170 or 180, which I'm used to getting for at least 10 minutes. I only got, like I said, 130, and it just tapered. I got to 59%, and now it just tapered from 130 down to 114. So a little upset with that. I'm gonna look through here and see if maybe I can go to something other than an EA. I think my next stop is another Electrify America station in Fincastle, Virginia. I'm going to see if there's something in that area that's not an EA. I'd like to do Iona or Tesla, but I don't know. I got to mess around. I don't think you can set like preferred chargers in Google Maps, but you might be able to. But anywho, so that's where we're at. I just want to take a quick little second to talk about my sponsor, Liquid Death. I'm just kidding. I ain't friggin' sponsored. But these little new sparkling energy things. So I've been a big energy drink guy. I used to do, like, I wasn't proud of it. I never used to do anything for a while. And then I tried Bangs, which was like a kick in the pants, dude. That would fire you up a little bit. And then it started to taste a little like chemical-y, I guess. So then I switched over to Reigns. Then with the same thing. And then I kind of did a little bit of the Monsters, like the Zeros, so there was no sugar or anything like that in them. Then I finally stumbled upon Celsius. Loved the Celsius, drank it for a while, but then my belly started to hurt. So then I switched over to Rainstorm, but them I had to find now because those were clean. I didn't have any of the taurine in them, and I think it's that taurine that I don't really like. So then I found these. I seen a Super Bowl commercial for them, and I was looking. There's no taurine in these, so I'm like, shit, I'm going to give them a whack for this trip. So I got a little pack, 12-pack, has Tropical Terra, which is like coconutty, kind of pineapple-y, tropical, right? Pretty good, and I hate coconut, but this one's pretty legit. Then there's an orange one, Orange Horror or something like that. Little orangey, not bad. I can drink that. Then I had one earlier today, or I tried one. It was, shit. I don't remember what it was called. I'll drop the name in right here. No, I won't. Frig that. I'm not doing all that shit. But it's like a fruit punch one. I can't remember the name of it, but it was fruit punch. Now, my wife hates fruit punch because she had a bad run-in with Hawaiian punch in college. So to support her, I did not drink the fruit punch. Just kidding. I tried it. It was disgusting. I won't drink the fruit punch one. So then I had the strawberry one. Strawberry one wasn't bad. I decided I would try that one. But these Liquid Death, not bad. Get yourself a case of them. Tropical Terra and the orange one are by far the best one. But yeah, try her out. There's only 100 milligrams of caffeine in this thing. So it's like one coffee, which is good because the Celsius is 200. And then after that, you don't really feel like you want to have another one in the course of the day. But you have one of these in the morning, one of them in the afternoon. It's only 200 milligrams of caffeine. They say you should only have 400 if you're healthy. So you're still well under. So I say give it a whirl. Get yourself a Liquid Death. Again, not sponsored. Not why I'm doing it. I just figured we did a little burrito review the last time we was talking together. So I figured why not do a little energy drink review. Liquid Death. Get yourself some. We're going to continue charging here for another 7%, 8. And then we're going to carry on our way to the next charging stop. So we'll touch base soon.
Head northeast.
First Buc-ee's of the trip. Good old Boosie's. We'll be stopping at one of them, hopefully.
Take the exit on the right. Your destination is on the right.
All right, just finished that last stretch. Good little stretch. We did 124.5 miles. We spent an hour and 50 minutes driving, pulled in with 21% battery left, 41 miles of range. We got a whopping 1.8 miles per kilowatt hour. It's warming up because it's 53 degrees, but the speeds have also been like 75 because speed limit 70. So we've been ripping at 75. Charger type here, we got an EA, and it's 56 cost per kilowatt hour. And quick check, we're pulling 175 kilowatts. So obviously a much better charge so far than that last station. This is a beautiful, cute little town of Brough Mills, Virginia, I think. I don't know what the hell it's called. Brough Mills, I don't know, whatever it is. It's a cute little friggin' town. We got a Rivian R1S pulling in here. And then there's some Kia charging. So, I don't know. But cute little general store. We're going to run in, grab some lunch, go pee. We got a longer charge here. We got to charge about 75%. So, we'll see how it goes. All right. Wrapping it up over here at Brough Mills. Great charging location. Cute little general store. Got a washer thing there, windshield scrubber, squeegee, a trash can. Cute little joint. Plenty of room for the kids to kind of run around, stretch their legs. So we're ready to hit the rut again. Next stop. What is our next stop? Next stop is a Circle K in Wytheville, Virginia. Wytheville, Virginia. Hour and 10 minutes. Quick little poke there. Charge there. Looks like a little splash or so. And then off to Charlotte. Tired. Been an easier day. This not having Blue Cruise really sucks. I know it's like first world problems, but not being able to just put my hands in my laps and chillax kind of been a big bummer. But anyhoozle. Well, again, especially since I paid for it. That's right. My frugal wife just mentioned and reminded me I paid for it. Now it don't work. That's friggin' awesome. I think what happened is it was a lot of bumps and shit. And I think when I had the Module 7 replaced, thinking maybe they had to unplug something for it. And maybe they didn't plug it all the way back in real good. Because it hit a decent amount of bumps in, I don't know, in Pennsylvania. Road was kind of rough. And it kind of like was going in and out there while we were still driving. And then when we finally stopped, turned it on, then I couldn't have it at all. So I think that might be what the issue is. But anyways, who knows? Crossing our fingers, she'll just miraculously start working again. But time to hit the road, off to Wyethville. Crack yourself a liquid death. That'll get you through the drive.
Not
Tropical
sponsored.
Terra, baby. Not sponsored yet, but liquid death, hit me up. I'm single and ready to mingle.
Ew!
Sponsorship wise. final charging stop of the day. Wyethville, I think, Virginia. Had a Circle K charging station. The charger's fine. The handshake was relatively quick and easy, but what sucked is I had to create a whole account. I had to download an app. I had to create an account, put my card in, get a verification code. All this shit took like 10 minutes when, well, probably not 10 minutes. It honestly probably only took like 3 or 5 minutes, but you know, this whole time I've just been plugging in, and plug and charge has been working great. But I guess now if I run into any other Circle K's, I've got the app, so whatever. Really not that big of a deal, honestly. I think it was just a big deal because I had to do it. But going forward, if I run into a Circle K, I feel like this will be no problem. I'm not cranking speeds. I was maxed out at like 150, but I also pulled in with 47%, so relatively high in the pack. We're going to charge here till about 76, so another 11%. And then we're going to head to our final stop. So, can't really complain. Been an easy drive so far. Been a pretty good drive. Had good luck with chargers so far. So, our hotel also has a charger tonight. They have 4. They have 2 charge points, and then they have 2 Tesla destinations. I don't have the adapter to allow me to use Tesla destination chargers. I guess you need a different one from what I've got. I've got the supercharger one. So I don't believe I can use it on the destination charger. So I'll be using the charge point one, but no big deal. I'm going to plug in tonight on that and run that level 2 charger tonight. Even if there's a fast charger close by that's cheaper, I don't care. I want to have a night of regular level 2 charging. Some of the things I've seen, like in Out of Spec, they did a video where the Lightning in particular, if you just DC fast charge over and over and over again, the percentage was kind of off. And I think Brandon Flash too, he was on here, he did a road trip, and his battery, his might have been because of the 12 volt, but his said like, I can't remember what it was, 1 or 2%, I think it was 1%, and the truck just died at a red light. So, based on what I've seen, what Out of Spec was saying was that the Lightning, if you just DC fast charge, the percentage gets out of whack, so it needs to have a level 2, kind of longer charge on a level 2 to kind of reset the BMS. Not that we're really trusting the BMS too much, but percentage is what you're supposed to go by, not the miles and all that. So I think I'm going to do that. That's kind of why I stayed higher in the pack than I would have liked to today. Stayed in that 20%, 20 to 25%. Instead of, actually never 25, but anyways, in that 20%, instead of changing my charger this morning to 10, I kept it at 20 just to give me a little bit of room. Again, traveling with a family, ain't looking to get stranded, so wanted to stay a little bit higher in the pack at charging stops. That way there, I felt a little more comfortable that I could trust the percentage on the truck and didn't run into something. Now again, those Out of Spec videos, when they do it, they're just pushing these things. They want to pull in at chargers at 1% charge and then take off. So that probably could be why they ran into issues. Even at 10, I probably would have been fine, but I decided to keep it at 20, and it's worked out okay. I might have honestly saved 20, 25 minutes. So I probably didn't save a whole lot. But anyways, so I got another, what do I got? Another 13%. No, I can't have 13. I only had 11 a few minutes ago. I got another 7% to charge, and then we're going to hit the road for our final push. 2 hours and 6 minutes until we get to Charlotte. So once we get to 76%, we're going to unplug and take off. Right now it's showing that I'll get there with 13%, and I'm at 69%, baby. So by the time I charge up to that extra 7%, then I'm sure I'll pull in there with like 20 or something. So give that time to finish, and then we're gonna hit the road. state, VA. We're coming up to the state line of Virginia and North Carolina. So we are now leaving Virginia and officially in North Carolina. Go on, take your shirt off. So, Virginia was great road. We are sitting at 58 degrees. Got that, bud? 58 degrees. 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour, and that's mainly because we just did 7.5 miles of a descent coming over some mountain. I don't know, friggin' beautiful. We're on Route 77. We've been driving for 30 minutes, done 33.6 miles. We got an hour and a half to go till we get to Charlotte, and we'll get there with 21%, 104 miles. So Virginia was great. Let's see what North Carolina has to offer. So just wanted to pop on. We just got into North Carolina, but we are finally, I think, just about officially out of the snow zone. It's been pretty sparse the last few hours here and there, but I've been seeing it in the woods and up in some of the fields. But for the last 2 miles, I haven't seen much of any snow other than some snowbanks. So it took a little while, it took a couple days. But we finally made it far enough south where there's no snow. Shit, just saw some in the woods. JK, LOL. However, it was like a small little patch, so we're gonna call us out of the snow zone. I know it probably doesn't usually have snowed this far south, like any amountable snow, but I know you guys got hammered with it a couple weeks ago. But anyways, that's where we're at. I don't see any more snow. We are crossing the Fisher River in North Carolina. Made it to the Courtyard by Marriott over in the Outlets Boulevard, Charlotte, North Carolina. Seems like a cute little area, all kinds of stuff to do. We made it at 4:25 p.m. so we'll be able to check in, go for a little walk, stretch the legs, get some dinner. It's 60.
I'm good.
It's 64 degrees out, so it's gonna be beautiful. It was, what was it when we left this morning?
Where's my notebook? I'll check it.
Okay, hold on, stand by. We gotta get a temperature check from this morning. Day 2 PA.
24.
24 degrees. It is 40 degrees warmer now than it was when we left this morning. So that's pretty sweet. We got hooked up wicked with I-77 express lane for like 7 miles, just friggin' zinging by traffic, like lines and lines of traffic. And then when we had to get off of it, our friggin' exit was right there. It was perfect, like a mile as soon as we got off that little express lane. So primo there. So if you're ever traveling I-77, stuff a few people in your car and get in that express lane, because that's the way to do it. We pulled right up to the hotel. Front friggin' row, they got these Leviton charge point charges. So that'll be perfect for the truck to sip on a little bit of that level 2 overnight. So we're gonna plug her in, go check into the hotel, get into our room, figure out where we want to walk to go to dinner, and then we're gonna be great. But that was day number 2, most likely video number 2. If this was not video number 2 and it's still part of the same one, I'll see you in the morning. If this is just part number 2 and there'll be a part number 3, I'll catch you then too. So thanks for watching. This is lightning in the pines. However, we're almost gonna be lightning in the palms. Tomorrow we'll see some palm trees. Peace.